All right. Welcome to the 290 Mo podcast. I appreciate your time. If you could, introduce yourself for my viewers and listeners.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Z Honey. You can follow me on social media at the real Z Honey. I got my latest single out called Real With It. Go stream all streaming platforms. The video out. Yeah,
For sure. Do me a favor, push that mic back just a little bit. It's
back
covering
this
your
way.
face. Yeah, that's perfect right there.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so I don't know how familiar you are with my work, you know what I'm saying? I just recently saw you do your thing, you know what I'm saying, at the Vibe Check. But what I like to do is I like to get as much as of the story as I can in this little amount of time we got. So we're gonna start from the beginning.
Okay.
Where you from? Where you grew up?
So I grew up in the suburbs, all the way by Six Flags.
Gurney?
Yep.
Okay.
Gurney. Well, Grays Lake specifically, but
hmm
I lived in Gurney for a little bit. Um,
Do you go to Six Flags a lot when you stay that close there?
no, I really
Really?
didn't. I worked there for like 2 weeks. I went through the trainer program.
Wasn't worth it.
No, my first full official day, it was raining, pouring. I'm thinking like it was like thunderstorms, like raining bad. I'm thinking ain't nobody gonna go there. Ain't nobody gonna go ride the ride, so I'm gonna show up. I really didn't want to leave my house, but I'm thinking like nobody gonna be there, so it's gonna be easier work day. No, it's packed, buzzing. Everybody got on ponchos and shit. I'm like, what's so I called my mama like, man, I don't want to be here. She's like, you don't need this job. So then I dipped, and that was my first no call no show, and I never been back.
Oh yeah, that's love, mom. You were like, shit, I don't get on fuck.
I swear to
I'll
God.
pick you up at 3:30, goddamn it.
I swear to God.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So coming up, you know what I'm saying, out there, what type of stuff were you into? You know what I'm saying?
Um, I was always into music,
Mm,
not specifically rap for real. Like I listen to like rap, but I'm an R&B head.
mm,
I used to play a lot of sports. I grew up a tomboy, so I played a lot of sports. I was really just to myself. I'm a very like I wouldn't say antisocial, but I'm a loner. Like I like to be by myself. I like to just chill, work on my studies, and mind my business. So when I started rapping, that was when I went to college. And I always told people rap found me. I didn't really like think I was gonna be a rapper at all.
mm.
But when I first stepped into the studio, I knew I was gonna get in the booth at some point.
Okay. So before rap found you, let's talk about as a shorty, what type of shit was you listening to? Like what was you listening to? What was OG them playing in the crib? Like what did you come up to
Um,
on the
a
music
lot of
side?
Charlie Wilson,
Okay.
a lot of Michael Jackson. I used to love me some Sierra.
Mm-hmm.
I love Aaliyah. Just R&B, all R&B.
Mm-hmm.
Old shit.
For sure. That's
hmm
dope. That's dope. So, um, leading before you say music found you, like what was your aspirations? Like what was you working toward? You know what I'm saying? If that's maybe what you still doing now, but then what was the plan at that point?
So I always knew I was going to be successful in something.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I went to school, I went for physical therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to be some type of doctor or something because they made the most money.
And
And
that's
then,
what it was all about, just the money.
I mean, a little bit,
Okay.
yeah.
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you.
A little
I
bit,
do a lot of things now just because of the money. You know, I just like.
a little bit, but yeah. But I love basketball too. So if I was gonna do something, I would want to be around basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nothing, nothing other than that for real.
How far did you take that? Did you go far with that, or was that just the?
I went to my like junior year of high school. It was a lot of favoritism, a lot of weird shit going on. Especially it was a predominantly white school, so they already knew like who they wanted to play
Mhm.
and shit like that. And I started getting irritated because I wanted some playing
Mhm.
time,
So,
and I was cold. So it's like it was a lot of weird stuff.
hmm
But after like that, I still stay with sports, but not like on teams. Like I still like basketball, but right now I play flag football.
that's raw as hell.
So
Like
yeah.
semi-pro type shit, or just
Just a league, a all women's league.
that's raw as hell.
hmm
What position?
Um,
Are you still
corner,
raw? Do you still
corner.
got it, or they be out there fucking you up
No,
now?
no.
Okay.
No, I play corner and safety. Defense.
That's raw. Okay, okay.
Yes, sir, ski.
Let me find out you be getting burnt out there. They be throwing 100 touchdowns on
Hell
you.
no.
No, that's raw though. That's dope. That's dope. So I want to hear the story about. I don't think I ever had. I talked to a lot of artists. I don't think I ever had somebody say that music found them. You know
For
what I'm
real?
saying? Yeah, explain that to me. How does that happen? Like,
So my first college I went to was called Bradley University,
mm-hmm,
all the way in Peoria.
mm-hmm,
So it was like the middle of nowhere, a bunch of cornfields. My first ever relationship, he was a rapper. So on his birthday, we went to the studio.
Mm.
And that was my first Envion Studios. I still go there. We went to Envion Studios and we was with him, a bunch of his homies. And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? This shit
Was
is
that your
lit.
first time in the
That
studio?
was my first time in the studio.
Mm.
And then I used to be around them. They used to freestyle. They was cold as hell. And I was always just like in
That's
awe.
raw.
Like,
I thought I'm saying, like, them niggas weak as hell. You know what I'm saying? That's good. You giving them they props. You know what I'm
no,
saying?
they was raw as hell
Yeah.
still to this day.
So,
I don't really think he make music no more, but I don't really, keep
Mm.
touch with him. But either way, I knew that I was gonna get in the booth at some
Mhm.
point. Like, I'm a supportive person, but I already knew. Like, I felt it in my bones. But that was before I made any music. I even tried to write a song. And then after that, it was like in my bones. And like I knew I was gonna get in the booth, but I don't think I made a song until like months later.
Mhm.
I think I sat down and tried to write it. I'm like, how the fuck you do this?
Mhm.
And then
So
the rest
so
is
after that
history.
first experience in the studio, like, did you leave? Did you tell him or anybody else, like, Joe, I was just in the studio, or did you tell him, like, man,
No.
I'm getting the itch, you know what I'm saying, or was it just something you felt, you know what I'm saying?
I don't think I told anybody. I think when we was in the we used to ride in the car together and I would be rapping songs. Like I would be like rapping the songs to the lyrics and stuff.
Mm.
And then he was looking at me like, "You able to rap that song real good? You know, you can make your own songs." Da 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 da. And I think that's kind of how I told him that I was kind of thinking about it.
Mhm.
But I don't think I really told anybody until I started like sitting down and really made a song.
Mhm.
And then I was like, "Oh my god, I just made this fucking song."
So, and that's dope as well. So with your background and your influence being in R&B, you know what I'm saying? Why didn't you know what I'm saying, go on there and start dropping vocals and
'Cause
shit?
I
You know
ain't no
what I'm saying?
singer.
So that was
I can't
never an
hold a
option, you know
tune.
what I'm saying?
What's crazy is I used to do all of my talent shows.
Mhm.
Like in middle school, high school. I don't think I remember missing one talent show, but it was never for like rap or singing. I think it was like dances. I would make dances up with my homies, or even when I was super young, me and my cousins. I have a bunch of home videos of just us like in the basement making up dances and shit. So I always loved being on stage and being in front of the camera,
Mhm.
but I just never like it just didn't hit me until that day in the studio that I should be rapping.
So when you had this record, when you had this, you know what I'm saying, epiphany, you know what I'm saying, do you immediately like start taking steps? Like, are you know what I'm saying, did you go invest in like a notebook, or was you in the
So I
notepad?
always kind of been a writer. My mom is a writer. She's an author.
Mm-hmm.
So I always like knew how to write stuff. So I always had notebooks just laying around. So I guess I'd be smoking and stuff. So I guess I was just home one day chilling, hitting the blunt, and I was just like putting on beats, and I was just writing and playing around, and then I came out with a song
Mm-hmm.
out of it, and I was like, this low key hard for my first time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, I knew like I had some because there's no reason that I should be putting words together like that and being able to get on beat
Mm-hmm.
off the bat.
Okay. For sure, for sure. So with you jumping off the porch, you know what I'm saying, that late in the game, you know what I'm saying, and excuse my terminology, I'm just trying to break it down, you know what I'm saying. But when you get into it, you know what I'm saying, what's your subject matter? Like what you talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, anything that come out, like if I'm not already going through something like in my actual real life world, like real with it came because of my breakup with my ex. So that was something natural that came out. But usually I just be on YouTube and then I go off like the beat title
Hmm.
and then that kind of sparks it.
Off the beat title?
Yeah, sometimes
That's
that
another
starts
thing.
it.
That's another first 290 Mo podcast.
Sometimes that starts it and then I just
I hear a lot of people be like, some people like I write with no beat. Some people be like I look for the beat first. You the first person say go by the song title.
yeah.
That's crazy.
A lot of songs.
Somebody they finna start making crazy ass titles now after they see this on Shorty. They finna start putting your name in them joints on Shorty. Don't get chose on Shorty, but that's dope too. So talking more about your creative process, you know what I'm saying? So um once and you can, I don't know if you want to talk about the situation with you and your ex, but how do you end up, you know what I'm saying, back in the studio consistently? Do y'all go together now as a rapping duo, or does you know what I'm saying, that end and you just start going on the studio by yourself?
So in the beginning when I first started, he came with me to the studio. and he was just in the studio with me when I was recording like my first ever songs. But initially he was like, you know, I can write for you. We could do this, and I'm like looking at him like I'm a little offended because I'm like, you don't think I can write my own rhymes? You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the type of person I am, nobody can write better than me for me than I can. So, and it's just a pride thing, but I write all my shit. I usually do it by myself. Like I don't really like a lot of people around me unless we're doing a song together, and we gotta like I gotta be really comfortable with you, because when I create, I have to be like completely free and comfortable
For sure.
for me to like really get some shit out. But for the most part, I'm to myself solo. I don't go to the studio with people after him, or if I'm not recording with somebody, I go to the studio all the time by myself because I don't like distractions. I don't like people bringing their opinions, all that other
So
stuff.
you don't be up in there with gang smoking and drinking and Okay.
I be solo dolo. I don't even really like. I have a couple homies.
She said I ain't even in no gang.
I be solo dolo. Like I be everywhere solo. So
For sure. So still talking about, you know what I'm saying, you in the studio, what's your relationship like with the, you know what I'm saying, engineer? Does it have to be like, do you just lay your parts and get up out of there? Do you be over his shoulder like, I want it to sound like this or that? Or what, do y'all have a connection, or do you work with, you know what I'm saying, whoever ready to work?
no, we locked in. I go to the same engineer. His name Dro from
Shout
Envion
out.
Studios. Those the homies. That's family.
Mhm.
That's family. But yeah, I have to have the same person. So when I first started, like I like tried a couple engineers, but it's hard for me to explain certain things. So I feel like Dro, when I got with Dro, he like understood me even when I wasn't saying words. So
Oh, that's deep.
you know what I'm saying? So I didn't really have to say too much or do too much. We just like clicked, and he gets me. Like I'm silly and weirdo, and we just have a great time in the studio. And it's big for me to be comfortable with somebody, especially when I'm being creative. So
That's raw. That's raw.
mhm.
Let me ask you about, you know what I'm saying, the people around you, you know what I'm saying, when you decide, you know what I'm saying, when you pull up on them, the people who don't know, you know what I'm saying, when you pull up on, hey, check this music out, how OG, and you know what I'm saying, how does the family respond, the close friends respond to you, like, yeah, I'm trying this out now.
So I really don't tell nobody nothing. I mean, me and my mom are super close. That's my best friend. So she always knows everything. Like she was always super supportive. Initially, literally anything I do, she's gonna be supportive. My dad, he wasn't a real believer until I I showed him some songs, and he was like, "Oh shit, she really got some talent." And then, but my family is super supportive. My homies, they all fuck with me because a lot of my homies that I have that I met through the music scene, and a lot of people that I grew up with, they weren't really around me for real. Like when I became a rapper, my first close homegirl, when I told her that I started making music, she was like, "Oh shit, I kind of started. I had a journal, like I was starting to like make stuff too." And I was like, "Word, you ain't tell nobody?" So we started making songs together. She's still cold, but other than that, everybody that I meet is already in the music scene. So
For sure. And still talking about the music scene, let me get your opinion, you know what I'm saying, if you have one, on your peers in the music game, you know what I'm saying, the people that you see out and about at the shows, at the different events, you know what I'm saying, is it all copacetic, you know what I'm saying, is it static in certain areas, like what's it like in this sport that you a part of?
for me, it's all love anywhere I go. Like I'm always gonna come with good energy, and the music scene in Chicago is super small, so you see the same people everywhere. So for me, sometimes I be bad with names, but I always remember a face, and I always remember how somebody made me feel. So sometimes like I'll meet somebody, they'll act like they're cool with me, and then the next time I see them, they want to act like they don't know me. Or the next time I see them again and I know the person that they're with, then they all of a sudden remember me. So it's just certain shit that I peep, but I never like treat anybody weird because at the end of the day, I'm happy, I'm blessed. I came outside because I'm in a good mood. I'm still be me regardless.
does that affect like how you move like to that person? Do you like, all right, next time when I see that person, I'm just not even going to speak to him. I'm not even going to attempt to speak to them.
I just show less love, I guess. Like I'ma still be
Ain't nothing wrong with
supportive.
that.
Yeah, I'ma still be supportive, but I'm not gonna overplay my part with
Mm,
people. I'm not gonna be in people's face like, oh, what's up? You know,
mm,
I'm already not even that type of person. Like I'm just chill. I rock with who rock with me.
mm.
I go off energy, off vibes. So, and then there's a lot of people that be acting Hollywood, that be acting
A whole lot of motherfuckers like we ain't in the hood, goddamn it. It's like Hollywood.
same place at the same time. This is an open mic.
Bro.
So, but people have their own way of life. I just let them be. I'm gonna always be me, regardless. So,
For sure. Uh, a question that I ask a lot of artists when they come through, you know what I'm saying, is I like to get, cause I see things, you know what I'm saying. I've been on the scene for a few years now,
mhm.
and I see things. So I like to get artists' opinion on like the slot giveaways and the contests and even the open mics. You know what I'm saying. What's your opinion on those as an artist? Are they something that you rather not do? Something you like to do? Certain events under certain criteria? What's your views on things like that?
Well, first on open mics, I love open mics.
Mm,
I love open mics. That's how I started. Like that's why a lot of people know me and book me for shows because I was always at the open mics. Like I was always just I don't care how many people are in the crowd, I'm gonna perform like it's a fucking arena. So when people see me and see my energy, they fuck with me. And that's why I love open mics because they give you the opportunity to show your talents.
mm,
And I like seeing other people's talents. Like I love anything entertainment, but competitions I don't necessarily care for because I've been in a couple competitions, but not really like, oh, I'm trying to win. I'm just trying to perform. Like I'm outside. I might just like be trying to support somebody. I might have a free time. I just want to come outside. But once I'm
Sound like me. I just want to go outside. Somebody's like, "What you want to? How you feel? I'm like, I just want to go outside, bro."
for real. So sometimes when I do see the competitions and I see like they kind of already know who they want to win
Mm-hmm.
or they who they want to win,
Mm-hmm.
it's just it's a lot of weird shit.
Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure. So is it something you don't participate at all, or is it if it's like the
I don't really
the
care to
yeah.
participate for real. Like if people like I'm so busy, like I have a lot of shit going on that if nobody books me for something, then you're not gonna see me for real. Respectfully.
Are you a Capricorn?
I'm a Virgo,
Hey,
Virgo
you be
nation.
feeling? I be saying this. Hey, you coming outside on Halloween? Somebody pay me.
Swear to God.
Not coming nowhere with no camera, no microphone. Free,
Swear to
goddamn.
God.
Sure. But no, I definitely feel you.
So, like, for real.
Definitely feel you. So still talking about, you know what I'm saying, other people's, you know what I'm saying, opinions, you know what I'm saying, music is a very highly subjective, you know what I'm saying, category, whatever you want to call it. But let me ask you this: when you're creating, do you take into account like I need a song that the guys can relate to or can deal with, or a song just for the ladies, or a song for the radio, or a song for this, or is it just always a vibe when you create?
No, it's majority of vibe. I will say that I try not to curse as much.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first started, I was cursing a lot. And when I would show my parents too, they'd be like, "Girl, why you cursing that much? You don't even need to." And when I hear it back, I don't really like hearing myself curse that much. So I try to stay away from it as much as I can. But at the same time, if I gotta say what I gotta say,
Is
then I'll
cursing
do it.
like in your regular vocabulary, or did you just
Yeah,
find yourself using it in the music?
yeah.
I mean, that's tough then,
I
cause you like
know.
writing your feelings, shorty.
I know.
That's tough.
But I just try not to overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need a curse word just to like get a rhyme in or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You see? It
Okay.
just came out naturally.
Mhm.
But yeah, other than that, I don't really make music for like I feel like I should try to start like plotting on my songs beforehand, but at the same time, I don't really care. I just let shit flow. That's what makes it fun for me, and that's why I have like some of my favorite songs is the times where I just wasn't thinking and I was just letting it be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
For sure, for sure.
mhm.
That's dope. I got a few more before I let you get up out of here. So when you doing music, you know what I'm saying, a part of music is like we talked about earlier, you know what I'm saying, it's a community of people, you know what I'm saying, it's other people involved. Talk to me about working with other artists. Is that something that you interested in, something you rather not do, something you only do with people you cool with? Are you reaching out to people on Instagram like, I think you dope, let's work? Do people reach out to you? Like what's it like working with other artists?
Um, the only artists that I've worked with have been close friends. People reach out to make music with me, but I'm the type like I'm down to make some music, but send it to me. Like send it to me and see if I vibe with it. A lot of the times guys, it's harder too being a female
Mm-hmm.
because guys will try to get at you through the music.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't be pulling up to no studios cuz that's already not even how I create. I want to get better at collaborating with people, but also God's plan. I like to have shit to happen naturally. I don't do anything forced. I can never force a song, but I'm down to collab with people. People have tried to collab with me. People have put me on playlists, and I fuck with that tremendously. There's a lot of great talent in Chicago,
Mm.
so I'm definitely down to do it. I just, they just gotta send it my way. A lot of people don't be sending it my way.
Mm-hmm. For sure, for sure. And what you mentioned about the gas, like ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? Because especially at this day and age, where we at and all that, to be aware is to be alive, you know what I'm saying? And one of the questions I like to ask the females when they come through, what is it? How's your experience overall been as being a female in a male dominated industry? You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of times the men they own the studios, they're the engineers, they're the cameramen, they're the videographers. You know what I'm saying? How has your experiences been so far?
I think it's been a blast. I have a great time being a female rapper. I feel like even though it's male dominated, I feel like whenever it's a show and there's an open mic, the girls is the hardest in the show.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm not even
Damn, I
trying to
said
be
yeah for sure. Hey guys, I love you. It's all love, brother. You know what I'm
you
saying?
feel me? So it's like it's great. It's great. I have a blast. And a lot of people aren't like weird like that. Like a lot of people if people say shit, it's online. It's never in person.
Yeah.
You can't a lot of people performances ain't that spectacular.
Mhm.
So they can't really say shit just because I'm a female.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So but I get along with any and everybody, so
Mhm. That's dope. That's dope.
mhm.
Um, if you don't mind me asking, you know what I'm saying, as far as and I know you're young in your career, you know what I'm saying, but if you have any views, if this is something you even thought about, you know what I'm saying, do you think about, you know what I'm saying, like sending your music to like labels or management, any management situations or anything like that that you're maybe in right now?
I would be down to building a team like of management or like photography and shit like that or promotion, but I'm not trying to be signed at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least not now or possibly ever just because I'm a very independent person. I don't like people trying to put pressure on me. I'm not finna make no deadlines. You're not finna
You gotta
force me.
make some deadlines, goddamn it. You gotta make some.
No, my life. This life is to be lived.
If the Grammys be like, we need you here
Oh
at this
yeah,
deadline, right? Exactly. Like you talking about.
no. But I mean, like labels, how they be like, "Oh, you got to do this,
Yeah, for
that.
sure.
You
I
can't
have
drop
7
this."
albums in 3 years.
Yeah, ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, yeah, that'll never work.
For sure. They gonna try to throw a lot of money at you now. You talking about never. They gonna be like, never now? Never, never, ever.
Yes, though, I gotta get a good lawyer with the contract.
Right.
About, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
But
For sure. So still kind of staying in that area a little bit. If you don't mind me asking, talk to me about like what's the goals? Like what's the purpose? Why do you do, you know what I'm saying? Why do you think music found you?
honestly, I just want to be creative and find the people that rock with me and support me. And I just want to show my art. Like, I would love to climb the ladder and, be this great big artist, but at the same time, a lot comes with that. So I have a lot of other avenues money wise I can go. So I don't necessarily like, oh, I just got a crack so I can be a millionaire.
Mm,
It's not that for me. It's really just being creative and trying to get better than I was yesterday type
mm,
shit. Like genuinely. I wanna like make short story music videos, like really like movies. Like I just wanna be creative and show a different side of female rap especially too because I'm not a very sexual rapper. Like
mm,
I'm a beautiful woman and women we can swerve through masculine and feminine energy. So of course I'll be sensual in some songs, but I that's not like my MO. And I would love to show that you don't have to do that. to be big artists or like to have a fan base. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to be creative and find the people that fuck with me.
For sure. And you going to find them, especially in music, you know what I'm saying? Because me as a male consumer of music, you know what I'm saying? I don't, as a alpha male, masculine male, whatever you want to call it, I don't like listening to over sexualized women rap, you know what I'm saying? So my favorite female raps is like Young and Made type shit, you know what I'm saying? Or like Dej Loaf's type, you know, even though she, you know what I'm saying, do what she do, it's like, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be like,
You don't have to.
you know what I'm saying, certain like a, you know what I'm saying, no shots, no diss to Sexy Red or something, like you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying, like that type of shit. I be trying to like listen to music, I don't want to hear that. My baby, I got a daughter, goddamn, I ain't trying to hear that, you know what I'm saying? So
I feel that though.
so another thing I want to ask you, you know what I'm saying, like I saw you do your thing at the Vibe Check, it was very dope, you know what I'm saying, and the song caught my ear, you know what I'm saying, because I got children, you know what I'm saying,
Hey.
and I know a lot of people mention they kids and children, but I don't really hear too many songs dedicated to their children, you know what I'm saying, so before you get into that song, just tell me like how involved do you let your children get into your music? Like you let them listen to everything? Do you know what I'm saying, show them videos of the show performances? Like,
So my baby is about to be 3 in December. She's a girl.
shout out Capricorn.
Capricorn, you Capricorn.
Yeah, December 30th. You know.
Your Earth sign. So my baby, it's not that I show her stuff, but she'll always find my music video on her. Like she loves her iPad, so she'll always watch my music videos and she'll like replay it. And she loves drumming. She loves everything music. She loves songs. She be singing the songs. So it's not that I show her stuff. She just falls onto that. And then she's just like my heart, my love. And I can't understand how we artists and you not speaking about it. Like your kids and them. So yeah.
So does it take any amount, you know what I'm saying, of, you know, I don't want to call it bravery, but you know what I'm saying, but just like you did that song in the Vibe Check, what some people would have been like, you know what I'm saying, maybe I ain't gonna do that song right here, right now. Does that even come to account? You just be like, this my shit, this my baby shit, we finna, you know what I'm saying?
A little bit. Like there'd be some venues where I'm like, okay, I gotta pick and choose what song I'm gonna do. But that song is very fresh, and I've been wanting to keep performing it. Like I think that was like the second time ever I performed it. So I just wanted to do the song, and I felt like in the venue there was older people in there too.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I felt like
that's why I say it stood out to me for sure. Like, I was in that thinking about my baby, like I'm a Texas girl.
So, and I think the song is fire. So either way.
For sure, that's dope. That's dope. Talk to me about some ways that you, like I said, I seen you at the Vibe Check. Make sure y'all check that out. Check out Urban Lux, man. I seen you up there. Talk to me about some ways outside of, you know what I'm saying, open mics that you promote yourself or get your name and your music out to people who may not know who you are.
I just say yes to every opportunity. Like not everyone. Like if it doesn't align with my spirit and my schedule, then you won't see me. But I tend to always take advantage of the opportunities that come to me because I'm grateful for like to even be here. I'm super grateful to be here.
And me as well.
Period. But for the most part, when I was going to the open mics, I just made a bunch of connections and it just happened naturally. Like things that in my life just flow naturally and I just go towards those and just show up as my best self and then other things kind of just start happening. I just post on social media. And what's crazy is I don't spam people's DMs like, oh, this just dropped. Sometimes I feel like I should, but then other times I'm like.
I be thinking about it. I be like, it be certain, because I be like, hell no. Not maybe on Instagram to a whole bunch of random people, but on Facebook, it's like, all you motherfuckers know me personally. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to send it to your inbox.
And then it's hard to with different platforms because Facebook people, they don't give a fuck about my shit. But Instagram is like my prime platform that people actually like interact with me. But other than that, even when people spam me, like you could tell when it's not like a personal message. Like
I'll leave that shit on red.
Exactly. So it's like I don't do the most.
Yeah.
Just let it.
As you shouldn't, you know what I'm saying? So I got a couple more questions and I'm gonna let you get up out of here. What are you listening to now? And when you're, you know what I'm saying, being a consumer of music, does that affect your creativity? Like, do you be like, you know what I'm saying, it's hot right now, you know what I'm saying, let me make a song that sound like this, or this beat, everybody jumping on this remix, let me do my 1-2 on it. What's the vibes to that? Or is it, do you separate the
say
two?
remixes. I never make anything because something is hot.
Mhm.
I feel like I'm already different, so it would be like very extra of me to like be like, oh, I'm gonna do this beat or this song. I just let it happen the way it happens. Whenever my songs come out, the way they're supposed to come out. What I'm listening to now, majority of the time I'm listening to R&B, but when I'm in the gym, I'm listening to a
Still
bunch of
majority R&B, even though you rapping.
yeah. When I'm in the gym though, I
Mm.
listen to a lot of rap. Like I listen to a lot of Glow, Lotto,
She just broke my heart. I was pictures going around her pregnant, like she's gonna do me.
you know that shit was for sale.
Oh, okay. Whew,
She
I'm
broke
glad.
out.
I'm glad I ain't going her DM. Like, I was finna go off
I
on
feel
her,
like it
boy.
was not her DM. I feel like it was probably promotion or something. She's probably gonna do a video or some shit.
Okay, let me know something. I'm sure because I was heated. I ain't had time. We had to start this interview. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I listen to a lot of female rap. I listen to a lot of JT.
Mhm.
I listen to a lot of different stuff. I like Kodak. I like Tyler the Creator. I like Young Boy.
Mhm.
But I like a lot. Majority is the beat for me.
Mhm.
If the beat hard, I'm gonna listen to it at the gym.
I feel you. Let me ask you about the analytics, you know what I'm saying? Like we live in this social media age, the stories, the views, the likes, the comments, you know what I'm saying, the subscribers. Do you pay attention to the analytics? Do you pay attention to who's liking, who's clicking, who's sharing, you know what I'm saying? How many views this project got compared to that? Is that something that you pay attention
I
to?
mean, you kind of got to, especially because I'm an independent artist and I don't plan on being in a label, so I kind of have to be on top of like promotion and not like sending stuff through DMs, but literally like paying for promotion, like ads and shit like that.
Mhm. Yeah, for
So
sure.
I'll pay for ads and stuff and like and look at the views, but I don't really like. It's not a priority to me. Like I'm not sad if I'm like, oh, this only got like 3 likes or something, low likes or something like that. But for the most part, I'm paying attention to it, but it's not that deep
Mm,
because I believe in myself and I believe in my art. So I know with this social media, you could blow up in an instant,
for sure.
randomly. So as long as you just stay consistent throughout time, you're gonna go places. You're gonna meet the right people. Your shit is gonna get in the right places. So
Sure, for sure, and that's dope. I can't wait to see it. Just don't forget about me when you blow up. You know what I'm saying? I mean 10,000 for an interview. You know, I'm gonna put that DM on Instagram. You do me like, nah, this playing. But now, before you get up out of here, just let the people know what they'll see, what they'll find right now if they look up Z Honey, or what you want them to check out if this their first time seeing you or hearing your voice. What project, what song, what video, what would you tell them to go check out to get a good impact of what you bring to the table?
Well, if this is your first time seeing me, follow me on Instagram at
So,
the real Z Honey. In my bio, I got a link tree. I got all my videos. I got an album out. The song you need to listen to is Real With It. It's a great song. It's a dope video. And yeah, other than that, just keep up with me.
for
I'm
sure.
gonna be all over the place. I got a show tonight. I'll be outside.
For sure. Outside. She be outside, man, for sure. For sure. So y'all definitely gonna get up with her. Make sure y'all check out everything she working on. Links will be in the description. I appreciate your time. It's the most valuable thing that we got. Well, you already said your Instagrams and shit. So enjoy the rest of your evening. You know what I'm saying? Much success at your show. Go crazy.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
In a minute, gang.
Deuce.